It was just a snowball fight. You know, it's a snowball fight that perhaps got out of hand. You see them snowballs? And remember, this is New York. There's probably glass in there, shards of whatever. You don't know what else is in there. And there's loads of people throwing them at you. It's not just a snowball fight. That was an assault. Now, I find it really funny that I've seen accusations of assault from the left for the most ridiculous, most inconsequential things, and people would holler about it. But when police are being pelted with these boulder size, these humongous, like softball size snowballs, well packed, well made, and they're just pelting police officers with it, and the fact that the police officers didn't open fire, they didn't respond, they just took it. They showed, you know what the police officers showed? That they were surrounded by a bunch of scumbags. They did, didn't they? They didn't stoop to their level and hit them back. That's crazy. And Mondani is over there saying it was just a snowball fight. Like, just lying. And you know what? When I first saw it, this is why I didn't say too much about it, because I saw it on the regular news, and they only showed a real short few second clips. When you watch the whole thing, the explicatives they were saying towards the police, and the way they were throwing them snowballs at the police, it was just like, there was no doubt that wasn't a snowball fight. That was just assault. And they know the mayor and loads of other people will stand by the side of people that are basically roughnecks assaulting police officers. It's not hard to tell if you watch the actual recording. But quite often when you watch it on the news, they show a quick clip and then they'll talk over the whole thing, so you don't really get any context of what's going on. And the whole time they're giving you their spin on something without giving you the entire set of information. Nothing new there, though. They've been doing this for quite some time, particularly when Trump ran the first time around, and they're still doing it now. At some point, people need to realize that the police are there to protect them. Police aren't there because they're bullies. They're not there for this, that, and the third. Their job is to protect people, even idiots that want to throw snowballs at them. How about we just say thanks? Appreciate it. How about those guys get like some level of respect, because it took a lot of restraint and discipline not to behave in an erratic manner while that was going on. They had complete control of themselves. All it showed that it's society, or at least in New York City, things are deteriorating. That doesn't look like progress to me, if that's what people call that. This all started with the defunding the police type stuff. This is all in that same vein, which I always thought that was silly. Where they wanted to defund the police is where the communities needed police even more so. You know, you don't hear about defund the police in rich neighborhoods. They want their police. They don't keep them there because they're silly. You need someone to protect you from whoever or whatever could happen. That's part of what you pay your taxes for. I'll tell you what, in that neighborhood where they're throwing snowballs, police don't respond, don't do anything there, and just let things happen and see how long they'll last before they start asking for some police help, before they start begging for it and shouting in the streets for it. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. But you know what? The police are better than that. They're not going to do that, are they? The government's better than that. They're not going to do that. We're going to start looking at it like that. That's like when you think about the State of the Union address, right? And the way like people in Congress were yelling at the most powerful man in the world. Let's be honest, this president has more access to more weapons, more anything than any other leader in the world. You worried about what Putin could do? I recall the Iranian nuclear program being pretty much put to a complete halt, and Maduro being kidnapped. And y'all got the nerve to tell me and convince me that The police are bad. The president's bad. All you're really showing is their benevolence. And that's it. You're just showing that the people that you call evil actually are benevolent. They could take you out if they wanted to, but they don't. Because they don't believe that's the right thing to do. Because if they did, they would. You're not living under tyrants. They're quite the opposite. These are people that are actually protecting you from yourself to a degree. Something to think about.